here's the thing that really cut to me is that only 3 to 5% of separated and divorced men ever travel internationally with their kids. 3 to 5%. So we've been doing these updates every week as we kind of count down to Jamaica. And it's our second international trip as a family, but really the first one with the new mission. And if you're new here or if you've been watching for a bit, you might still be wondering, what is this Wonder Crew really about? So today, instead of doing a regular update, I want to answer 5 things I think you probably should know about me, about this channel, and why this mission matters. These are the kind of questions I'd ask if I had stumbled onto this channel. So let's get to it. Question number 1. Aren't you just another travel vlogger? And you know what? In some ways, yeah. I post content of our travels, what I'm doing with the kids, both locally. We've been to Jamaica and some other places. So yeah, we post that. That's what a travel vlogger does. But here's the real thing about me and why this is so important to me. And it comes down to statistics. Only 17% of men ever get anything more than 50% custody. So right there, I'm an anomaly. But here's the thing that really cut to me, is that only 3 to 5% of separated and divorced men ever travel internationally with their kids. 3 to 5%. That means that I'm an anomaly. And the thing is, I feel like I shouldn't be. I don't feel like I'm special doing what I'm doing, but the stats tell me I am. And that's why this is so special to me, because I want to show single parents that you don't have to be afraid to travel. And trust me, I know it's hard. You know, especially if you have a former partner that's standing in the way, that you've got to get permission to travel and all that kind of stuff. It is not easy, but it's so important and so worth it. And your kids will thank you for it in the end. So I want to show you guys not just the look at us in this cool new place, but the fact that you can do it and how we're doing it too. And that's why these updates have been so important to me, is to show a little bit of the process behind what we're doing. We're starting from zero. We don't have a large budget. We don't have a lot of the other things that travel vloggers have. I've just got a dream to take my kids to all 7 continents and to see all 7 wonders of the world. That's it. So really, this is more like an act of resistance against the expectations that dad like me disappear after separation. And I'm filming it so that we don't forget that we are doing the impossible. Question number 2. Have your kids been out of the country yet? Yeah, they have. Since my separation, I have taken my kids to Ghana. You can watch some of those episodes here. I'll put the link to it. And that trip really changed something in me. We went for my sister's wedding. So it wasn't meant to be a big thing, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna film it. And I just had my phone, that's it. I didn't have a gimbal, I didn't have any fancy equipment, literally just my phone. And when you watch the videos, you'll see that it was just a phone being handheld, no stabilization, no mics, no nothing. But I put them up and it really sparked something in me and in the kids. And we talked about it and we said, you know what, we want to start a channel. So we did. And for a while that channel was called MNTV, but honestly there was no clear purpose to that. Nobody understood what MNTV meant. And really, other than the momentum of just posting some, that was about it. I did another trip with my dad a few months later, going to Las Vegas, and we had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but again, no purpose. This time I have a purpose, and that purpose, like I've mentioned, is what I'm calling 1177. And that's one family's singular mission to visit all 7 continents and see all 7 wonders of the world. And it's ridiculous and it's stupid and it's insane. And like I just mentioned, dads like me don't do this stuff. Families do this stuff. People with engineering salaries do this stuff, or doctors or lawyers. I'm just an IT guy. I don't make a ton of money. I have to pay all my bills, single and all that kind of stuff. And I know, wah. But that doesn't leave a ton of money for travel. But I feel so passionate about the fact that this is important for my kids, for our family. We're doing it, like I said, on a limited budget, but I feel and I know that we can build something unforgettable. And now the hard part begins, figuring out how to make that first lightning bolt of Ghana resonate and make it strike again. And we're going to, and we've got Jamaica coming up, and I'm super stoked about that. And we are going to do this. We're going to chase down every continent, and we're going to see it, and we're going to do it together. Question number 3, what makes this worth following? Well, I don't know, and this is something I've struggled with. To be perfectly honest, I don't feel like I'm special, like I'm out there. I'm not a Karen Nate. I am not, I'm not like the people that I interview on the Globetrotter Guide. I'm just a dad who has 3 kids, who is separated, working on the divorce, and that's it. But I'm lucky in the fact that I have the kids 50% of the time. And that's a big deal because most men, more than 75% of men, never get that far. Most men get, weekend visits every other weekend and such like that. And of the men who can and do get more time, 3% of them travel internationally with their kids. So apparently I'm an anomaly, and you shouldn't watch me just because I'm an anomaly. Let's be honest about that. But I hope that I can eschew some passion into this. I hope you can learn something out of what I'm doing, that you can see that especially if you're a single parent, especially, that this is doable. And I've had to put a lot of work into it, a lot of extra hours and all that kind of stuff, but it's doable. And that's what I want to show people. I want to document what it actually looks like to plan for, fight for, and I have had to fight. When I went to Ghana, I had to go to court. Even though in my parenting order, it specifically says that I can travel internationally, I still had to go to court to make it happen. For Jamaica, if you've been watching the updates, I had to go to court again to make it happen. So I've had to fight for it, but also to follow through on something that many people assume is out of reach. And if you're watching this and you think, I can't do this, I hope you will watch this to show and to see that, yeah, you can. And I want to give my kids the type of experiences that remind them when they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, when they're having kids, that their dad fought for, and that they were made to feel that they are worth every bit of effort from their dad. Question 4, do you really think this is gonna work? I don't know. I would love to tell you, yes, this is gonna work, absolutely, no problem. I've got the money, I've got the savings, I've got the tickets, I've got everything in hand, but I do not. I've had to fight for every single step of every single trip that I have done and that I am going to do. And that's why I say that this 7 continents and 7 wonders thing is crazy, because it's not going to be easy, and it's not assured. Right? Every trip I've had legal pushback, even when the permission, like I said, was already in our parenting order. And I expect that to continue. And in the cost and the logistics, as the kids get older, it's a lot. So honestly, I don't know if this is all going to work out. I don't know if I'm going to get my kids to all 7 continents. I don't know if we're going to see all 7 wonders of the world. Failure is an option here. And I guess that's what makes this mission real. Question number 5. All right, you got me. I'm here. What can I do to help make this happen? That's a fair question, and if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. I hope the fact that you're still watching means that something in this story is sticking with you. And maybe it reminds you of something you've been through or something you wish you could do. And if that's the case, stick around. You can help by just liking this video and watching other ones. By subscribing definitely helps. Watch a few more videos and help us get, the channel in its structure to that monetization, because then that definitely helps us get there as well. Stick around to see where this goes. And if it's really connecting with you, if this video or one of the other ones or anything that you see really connects with you, maybe consider joining our Patreon. Maybe consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/thewondercrew. Every bit of that support goes directly towards helping us fight the legal and logistic battle, paying for tickets, all that kind of stuff that we need to do to make this trip happen. We also have a Discord community at bit.ly/join1177. And there you can connect, share ideas, and be part of the behind the scenes journey. If you really believe in what we're building here, I've created a Patreon tier called the Flight Crew, and that's our founding level. It's for the first 20 people. We're going to only open it up to 20 people, but you're going to get our top tier of benefits, but you're not going to pay near as much for that a month. Just $20 a month, open to the first 20 people. You're going to get a souvenir from each of our major trips. You're going to have our eternal thanks. You're going to get a lot of extra benefits, so check it out on Patreon as well. But like I said, every single bit helps us to build a story that proves that a single parent, a single dad, can do more than just survive. We can build legacy. We can show our kids the world, and that is what this is all about. Well, those are 5 questions, and I hope I've answered a little bit more for you guys. Again, this is a different type of update, and we'll get back to the updates next week because stuff has still been rolling and there's still some things that I want to tell you about as we get closer to Jamaica. We're under 2 months now before Jamaica hits, so we've got lots to prepare, lots still going on. But I really wanted to pause and just answer a few questions that people have asked me in passing. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around, and until next time, keep exploring.